Now we'll see that what is the protein structure of this Rh antigen C. RHD and RHC protein consist of 400 residues in length spanning the RBC membrane 12 times. As you can see in this image, it has been adapted from the Avent and Reed 2000 in the Journal of Blood, January 2000, in the volume 95 and number 2. Here you can see that there are three different proteins: RHAG, which is RH associated glycoprotein, then RHCE and RHD. Among these three, RHCE and RHD, they are of same locus. They are on similarly, they are homologous with each other. You can see their size is also approximately similar, whereas RHAG is not present on the same locus of the chromosome. It is about 50,000 Daltons in size. Here you can see they are passing this transmembrane. These two lines are nothing but the RBC membrane. So this is N terminal end of a protein. This is carboxy terminal end of a protein. So when you can observe that these two RHD and RHC protein spans this RBC membrane 12 times, you can observe that these bars are nothing but how many times this protein is contacted with this RBC membrane. You can count that there are 12 times, 12 incidents where this particular chain is transversing this RBC membrane. Now in this RBC membrane, RHD and RHCE only differs in about 35 amino acids from each other. There the difference between these two is 35 amino acids. Though the number looks very small, but it makes a vast difference in their uh, antigenic determinants. So as you can see, RHD protein with D antigen possesses 30 epitopes. In this case, RHD, these small dots that you are looking at are being termed as epitopes. So in case with RHD, there are about 30 different epitopes. Most of the epitopes are lying towards inside of the cell, and some of the epitopes which are colored are lying outside of the RBC. You can see this is the RBC membrane and this is the outer part, this one is the inner part. Okay, so in this case those colored dots or colored spheres are those antigens which are outside of the RBC, and these black colored dots are inside of the RBCs. So these are the epitopes. In this case of RHCE, it has some of the antigens outside. Here you can see there are two red colored dots where the C, capital C and small c antigen on the second extracellular loop. See, this is the extracellular loop. Extracellular means outside of the RBC, and intracellular, this one is the part known as extracellular, and this particular part is intracellular. So in case with RHCE, this part or this loop is extracellular. So this is the first loop, this is the second loop, and this one is the third and fourth loop. Here you can see that RHCE protein carries two genes, two antigens C, capital C and small c, which are present on the second extracellular loop, that is this one, and capital E and small e are present on the fourth extracellular loop. So you are observing that this is the difference between capital C small c and capital E small e in comparison with the RHD antigen. Whereas in case with RHAG, it is also having 12 different loops of the transmembrane protein. In this case, the RHCE protein has substitutions. This RHCE protein in this diagram, if you'll observe, the difference of these structures is due to the substitutions. Which substitutions are there? There are two substitutions. One is 103 amino acid, which is from serine to proline. If it is substituted from serine to proline, it will convert from capital C to small c. Whereas if at 226 amino acid, if it will change from proline to alanine, it will result into the capital E or small e. So on this basis, there are different antigens can be formed of RH blood group system. So on this basis, the most common antigens are RHD, RHC small c, RHE and small e, along with RHAG. These are the most common one. Rest 54 different antigens are there, which we are not going to discuss because they are not that much of clinically significance. So this is regarding your protein structure biochemistry of this particular RH antigen. Now we'll see about the different functions, what functions of this protein are there, and how these proteins are encoded with the help of genes. So functions of these RH proteins, this most important function of this RH protein is maintaining the integrity of the RBC, that is red blood corpuscle structure. The structure of RBC is maintained by these antigens. Which antigens or proteins? That are RHAG, RHAG, that is RH associated glycoproteins. They are mainly responsible for maintaining the integrity of this RBCs. And if sometimes the cell are lacking this protein, it will show abnormal kind of shape of this particular RBC. The Rh null phenotype results in hemolytic anemia. As I told you just now, suppose a person who do not have RHD or antigen or RHAG itself, in that case such person or such phenotype will be termed as Rh null phenotype, and that particular phenotype can result in hemolytic anemia. Rh antigens may also have function in ammonium transport across RBC membrane. See, because of the use of RBCs in blood transportation, these RBC also accumulate certain waste ions. So those ions needs to be transported. Those ions, how to transport them? So for transportation, those ammonium ions can be transported by the help of these proteins. So they are also known as transporter proteins. So these RH proteins can also have the function of ammonium transport across RBC membrane. One more function is proposed by researchers, that is, along with ammonium ions, there are certain other cations which can also be transported, but along with that, there are certain uncharged molecules like CO2 is also being transported by the help of these proteins. So this is the major importance of functions of proteins. Rest of the other proteins, that is RHCE, is not that much explored in the functions of the protein.